Hello everyone, you're listening to Legends of Laia, a tabletop actual play campaign set in the fractured world of Laia, brought to you by Infinity Brick, where we're telling stories our own way. Legends of Laia comes out every other Wednesday wherever you get your podcasts, and if you'd like to talk with us about the show, you can join our Discord at bit.ly/Infinity Talk. That's capital I Infinity, capital T Talk. We have a lovely little tabletop community there, and you are welcome to talk with us about Legends of Laia. Spoilers there. Before we get started, let's go ahead and reintroduce our characters. Folks, my name is Ben Hamlet. I play a rogue of indiscernible archetype named Hugo Chalamet Augustus Robert Anton de Fontaine.
Hey everyone, I am Andrew Akel. I play Darius Ahlemnath, better known as Ahlie, the Sea Elf Wizard of Evocation.
I just forgot my name. My name is Maddie Triple Gomes. I play Paladin Captain Petros, our half-orc Paladin Cleric.
And I'm Johnny Ronaldo. I play Finley Murphy, our halfling chef.
And last but incredibly not least, your Dungeon Master for Legends of Laia, Nick Boylan.
Hello. How's everyone doing today?
Good!
Absolutely zero technical difficulties today.
None.
It's been smooth.
Smooth sailing. I'm honestly really shocked. Nothing going wrong today. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. Sorry, there was a finger gun to my head. I couldn't say anything else.
It's been smooth like a shark.
Smooth in all directions.
So smooth. Anyway, last time on Legends of Laia. After a dangerous fight with the envoy of Bahamut, it came time for the final battle with the god of death, Malsumis. Although many of you had one, or multiple, brushes with death, Ahlie. A combination of fervent teamwork and dumb luck allowed all of you to come out of the battle alive. It was Petros who made the final blow, running his sword through the god's heart. It seemed to Petros that for a moment his strike would not connect, but a moment of hesitation from Malsumis allowed the blade to sink deep into their chest. The god fell to his knees, dark liquid bubbling at the corners of his mouth, and in that instant, the dark void in which you had all battled vanished. The oasis comes once more into view. The battlefield is peppered with bodies. Dragons, the undead, even some allied forces, lay slain on the blood-soaked sand. The air is heavy with the scent of death and finality. However, no fighting can be seen, leading you to believe that your encounter with Malsumis was the last of the battles. Kneeling before you, hands tightly gripping the blade, the dread god Malsumis finally raises his head and locks eyes with Petros. Eyes which were darkened black with hatred begin to soften for a moment, as the light of life creeps into them. The black ichor dripping from their mouth also turns color, to a vibrant red. The blood of a living being. The tall antlers crumble and fall, and the impenetrable evil aura that used to encompass them fades away as well. For a brief moment, Shavala's chest expands, greedily taking in air for the first time in hundreds of years. And in that brief moment, they are alive, freed from the shackles of their patron, freed from the stasis of undeath, freed from a burden that is centuries old. And a moment later, they crumble to the sand, still grasping the sword, plunged deep in their chest. Corey is still unconscious, by the way.
Oh shit, oh no!
I'm on it!
Ahlie, don't
I
you
tackle
dare.
Ahlie.
No.
Before you can tackle me, I'm going to cast Life Transference. I'm on the wrong character sheet.
Okay, I've got time.
We've got time. Get him.
It's too late. I already clicked it. She is going to regain 8 health. And I'm going to fall unconscious.
Fucker. Okay.
You fucking idiot.
Well, I'm gonna cast Lay on Hands on this dumb bitch. Go ahead and heal for 20.
Okay.
Coria wakes up in time to see Petros lay hands on Ahlie. A
In
little
more
bit
ways than one,
confused.
because I'm gonna fucking
Yeah.
smack him for doing this dumb shit again.
She sees the lay on
My
hands.
bad.
She sees the slap. It's enough to tell her exactly what happened. So she's grateful, but also a little disappointed in you.
It would have been so much simpler if we just laid on hand Scoria, but
No.
You weren't fast enough.
Ollie just like, I want to help.
I wanted to do that during the fight so bad, but there was just...
Yeah, except
I never
you can't
had enough...
be dead.
I never had enough health for it to be like a beneficial thing beyond just being me knocking myself out.
Well, it's
As
fine
funny
now
as that would
because
have been.
Yeah, we're not in combat now.
Yeah.
I'll knock myself out. Do you need healing, Petros?
no, I don't.
I could heal someone for 40 right now.
No,
Finley?
I'm gonna keep.
You go?
I'm gonna keep my
No.
fucking grip on him. Like,
Oh, like that's
Finley,
gonna
who
stop
is
me
like
from-
dripping blood and clearly in trouble, is just like, no, I'm fine. I would like to have a private conversation with Petros, though.
okay, sure.
That means you have to let go of... I started to do your voice, Petros.
I
That
mean,
means you have to let go of me
if I like
to like go do that.
if I let go of you, though, you know Corey is gonna grab you instead. Yeah.
Yeah, but Coria's nicer, and I think I could talk my way out of that.
I let go of Ahlie. And then I like hesitate getting up. I look over to where my sword is, and I'm gonna leave it for now. I think I'll follow Finley.
Oh, I just wanted some healing.
Okay, I can do
I
that.
just didn't want to let
What was that?
Ollie know.
What was that? What did you need?
No, nothing, Ollie. It's fine. Feeling right as rain.
It's a miracle we got through this campaign.
Yeah, no kidding. Cool.
Just a
Yeah,
bunch of fucking clowns.
I will cast Cure Wounds. Go ahead and heal for 25.
Hell yeah.
Could have been 40.
I don't want
Could
that.
have eaten my fucking shorts.
It's a miracle we got
How
through
many
this
how many
campaign.
spell slots of that level do you have?
Oh, I still have... I could cast another... I could cast another 3 of them.
Oh god.
Christ.
We'll be here all day.
Superstar.
I'm gonna go heal some peons that were helping in this fight.
No! No!
I don't know. This guy just ran up to me, like, healed me, and then just fell down on the ground dying.
I'm going back to putting my fucking grip on Ollie. I've got like an arm around him holding him to me.
I just had this image in my head of like Ollie going to heal like Mateus or something, and then Mateus realizes what's going on. He's just running around in circles trying to not let Ollie. Ollie's like, no, I can do it, I can do it. He's like, no, don't.
I am going to start casting a spell, though. It takes 10 minutes.
Okay. Like what?
Maybe you'll...
I'll find out in
It's
10
done.
minutes.
It's
Okay,
none of
fair
your
enough.
fucking business.
Fair enough.
Start the stopwatch.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to the body and pull out my sword and also like kneel down next to Shavala and like I don't know, just kind of sit there for a minute while the spell is being cast. If anyone wants to do anything else, I think I'm just gonna kind of sit there, just thinking.
Is anybody doing anything else during that 10 minutes?
I think we're waiting for your 10 minutes.
Okay. Let's do it in real time.
I'm gonna spit my fucking water out.
At the end of the 10 minutes, Ollie will finish ritually casting Skywrite, and in the sky appears, made of clouds, appears the words, "We did it, yay."
Fuck yeah!
Is it upside down again?
Yeah, probably.
Well, you know, depending on where you stand.
Yeah.
It's all a matter of perspective.
With the yay, just to be clear.
And a thumbs up emoji.
Yeah.
Ollie thinks of it like it's in a mirror, so he does it backwards every time.
Yeah, it's so that everybody
He
can
thinks
read
that
it
you
when
have
they-
to write it backwards because otherwise it'll be projected backwards.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh my god. Cool. Now what?
Well,
Uh,
it is over.
I think we should go. we should go back, and I am going to cook us an excellent dinner.
All right, sounds reasonable.
I've still got, like, I'd say 10 more spells in me. So I'm gonna start shooting off some fireworks.
Just 10 spells worth of fireworks.
Yeah, 10 spells worth of fireworks.
Fuck yeah.
Color splash, get those cantrips out.
A big cloud appears that's shooting lightning in different directions. I throw some fireballs up there. Cast Skywrite again, I guess.
What do you write this time?
Boom.
I don't know what else to do. I mean, Hugo's exhausted and covered in blood. He's not having fun.
I love the idea that you're just like spending all of these spell slots, and then we get back and there's like one more mini boss.
And that's what I'm worried about. Part of me is like, I'll go spend the
cantrips.
rest of my spell slots and stuff, like going to heal people who are just in the battleground, but I'm worried that there's going to be something else that happens.
I didn't get to this point in my life by conserving spells.
The tieflings and paladins of Melora pause their cleanup duties to look at the fireworks that are happening overhead. I mean, they're like trying to get the bodies off the
This is going to be
battlefield.
so embarrassing if we're not done.
Yeah, if we didn't do it, then we did it. Yay is gonna be.
We did it! Yay! He cast his last spell. JK.
It turns out Melora was actually our enemy this whole time, and she comes down and
Oh,
let's have a whole fucking freak out.
Can you fucking imagine? She's like, "Thank you for fulfilling
Clearing
all
the
of
way.
my orders, Petros, my most faithful." No, I'm just
Got
kidding. She
cantrips.
wouldn't do that.
I'll firebolt her ass. Think I won't toll the dead a god?
So the late afternoon turns into evening, turns into night. Your allies are busy healing the injured, preparing the dead for burial, cleaning up the bodies of monsters and enemies on the field off of the sand. And in a moment, it's over, finally. And overhead, the stars blink their scent, many billions of eyes watching the sandbox world with a mix of frustration and pride. Oh, how pertinent mortals can be, but that must be respected. A wish had been made, and a wish would be fulfilled. With a giant groan that shakes the ground across the continent, the godless abyss begins to move together, a seismic event causing the world itself to quake. Yet no catastrophic devastation will cross the continent this time. The earth begins to mend, filling in the cracks through which demons, devils, and all manner of monsters had once clambered through. No longer would the two halves of Laia be separated, thanks to the work of a few determined warriors.
Woo.
As the continents shift, Hugo trips immediately.
He falls in.
Yeah, I was gonna say Hugo falls into the raft. Uh-oh.
All right, let me delete the 500-word outro that I wrote for Hugo. Hugo suffocates under the earth.
He gets sucked into a volcano.
I wouldn't have written all that if I knew I could just get it in 5.
As the sand shifts and things and falls to the sides, it reveals a hand with a torch, and then we realize that's the Statue of Liberty.
Damn you!
Oh
You
shit.
blew it up! Damn you! It's not a...
That's my epilogue.
Oh, shit. We were on Earth the whole time.
What a twist.
I start looking for the moon.
No, we got rid of that.
So you say. I still think there's at least
I want to
3.
believe, Ben.
You maniacs.
GG, gang.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shake everyone's hand.
This is an awkward goodbye.
You notice also the Oracle takes Shavala's body away.
Okay, bye.
I'd like to help her with that.
You are more than welcome to.
Okay, cool.
Hugo does take his hat off.
For the first time in this entire year.
He has like the worst bedhead that you could possibly imagine. Hat hair, like just so bad.
He just came out of limbo. You cut him some slack. Sorry, would you prefer he was combing his hair during that boss fight? Hugo uses his free action to apply his Regency era like white makeup. God. So he can look like a dainty little 1800s man.
That'll look real strange on your scales.
He doesn't need makeup anymore.
I mean, if anyone can make it work.
Does he still have... I guess Tiamat's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess he would... Anyway.
Yeah.
But no, in all sincerity, Hugo takes off his hat in respect for this departure of a dear friend.
Does anyone know, like, what drow funeral rites are?
No. Oof. Unfortunately not.
Like, we doing a pyre?
Neither I nor Petros know.
Is there like a river that we can put them on and in a boat and then push it over the edge of the world because it's flat? Or
Nick, feel free to make up some bullshit.
Laia is not flat.
All these lies you keep telling us.
it's just like your opinion, man.
You also said there wasn't a moon, so like...
Yes, and I was telling the truth. There's no moon.
Okay, whatever. Anyway.
It's a
There's
battle
like 7
station.
moons, Nick.
Come on.
There's like 7 moons.
Yeah.
No,
one
it's a
for every
battle
day of the
station.
week.
Every day has a
A
different...
different moon, Monday through Sunday.
Yeah. But, okay,
This
Moon
Sunday,
Day,
Sunday,
first
Sunday.
of all. Yeah, I figured the Oracle must have a plan, as she's the one who picked them up and took them away, but... Does she? That may have been an incorrect assumption.
No,
She's
she's
gonna stuff
kind
and
of...
mount her.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ.
Real fun vibes here.
No. Awful. No. That was when they were alive.
Pardon me?
The Oracle shares with you that she will prepare their body by their Zafari tiefling customs. You know that there was a period of time in which Shavala did live with the tieflings.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't live with other drow. So it's very unlikely that they would have had their body prepared by drow customs anyway.
Okay.
For reference, the Zafari tiefling method of burial is a pyre. Because
A floating pyre or a land pyre?
Land pyre. It's like there's a bonfire kind of thing. Because it being the desert, there's not a lot of solid ground in which to bury people. So they return them to the air instead. Also because many Zafari tieflings worship fire, so it would be sacred.
That's beautiful. I assume we attend the ceremony?
Yeah.
If you wish.
Yeah.
Is this... Hold on, is this like funeral, like, it's like later that night, right? So we've had time to recoup a little bit?
Yes, you've had time to rest and, clean yourselves of the, just the debris of battle. Maybe change into more comfortable clothes, out of armor, that kind of thing. There's definitely an air of muted celebration, because although many have died, the fact is that many were also saved. So there is definitely more of an air of celebration than sadness, but still a sadness that kind of undercuts the event itself. You are, so at the event, you are, of course, each congratulated and thanked, particularly by the members of the former group of heroes that came before you. Though, of course, the loss of one of their own has them slightly downtrodden. And as the night fades on and the stars above you continue to watch, you feel the weights of this world-saving experience settle on your shoulders. And it's hard to know what to say to each other after something like that. After all, how many people really have saved the world? But you have. And you are the only 5 who share that experience.
I'm out of spell slots, but I'll assist as much as I can in the construction of the pyre for Shivala.
Agreed.
You can use your wand of assembly for
Do what?
To burn them on top of a cabinet?
Yeah, to make a cabinet.
Sure.
You just make a bunch of cabinets, break them apart. You got wood for the pyre.
That's free wood.
That's free wood.
Hugo, if we're contributing to this funeral, I'm going to say that maybe this is too sappy, but Hugo takes the feather out of his hat and lays it on the pyre.
Oh.
No, I don't
It's
think
really
that's too sappy. I
sweet.
think that's sweet. Yeah.
The feather that, maybe I never said this explicitly, is a raven feather from Zorban's bird.
I think you
That's like
mentioned
the most legitimate thing that Hugo's ever done.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is why I'm scared it's too authentic.
No, that's really good.
I put my arm around Hugo.
Oh.
Ollie puts his arm around Hugo.
Hugo shuffles out of that.
Okay?
No,
Okay.
he doesn't. No, I'm sorry. See, it was too sincere. I had to backtrack.
Ollie mutters under his breath, okay, fuck me, I guess, and walks away.
Oh, come here, you old roll of sushi.
Christ.
No, he does not. Jesus Christ, he doesn't say that. I'm trying to be sincere. No, Hugo appreciates it and leans in. I'm trying so hard to not say that kiss.
a twist ship at the end.
I can't not be a stinker. I'm really sorry. He does lean in, and it's cute. And it's sweet.
Anything more from Hugo or Finley?
Do you mean Petros or Finley? Or do you mean Hugo?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I meant. Sorry. Anything
Okay,
more from
okay.
Petros or Finley?
No, I think Petros helps construct the pyre and lays them on it, and is just kind of goes to stand next to Coria and does a similar puts his arm around her move. And we'll offer that to Finley too if she wants. But
So Finley's kind of riding the struggle bus,
Fair.
because this was she wanted to die fighting the thing that killed her husband so she could be with her husband, and instead she got to have a short conversation with him and is still alive.
yeah.
So she is just in task mode and is making this giant feast and is very pissy if anyone interrupts her, because if you interrupt her then she has to deal with reality, and that's not what she's doing right now.
Yeah, that's really fair.
Coria hugs Petros, both arms around him, and squeezes him so hard that she kind of lifts him up off the ground a little bit.
Which is not something he's used to.
Cute.
Yeah, but appreciated. I will say also, I very much anticipated that Petros was not going to survive this campaign. And I think he also expected that he was not going to survive, similar to Finley. So I think he's also kind of isn't saying much, doesn't know what to say, is feeling kind of odd.
Man, can you believe that this all started out because you had a gig as a guard at a prison in a desert?
Yeah, no kidding. Hui.
And it just got out of hand.
And it got, way, way bigger than anticipated.
You got assigned to accompany some psychopaths, and now you've saved the world.
Yeah. Two of whom
Congrats.
I haven't seen in forever, and like one of whom is the person we're like having a funeral for.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody want to say something?
I don't even know. I don't know what I would say.
I can start if nobody else wants to.
Yeah, we go ahead.
So I picture this in my head as like a 2-tier pyre. And so like Ollie's gonna climb up onto like the second tier so that he's kind of above everybody else. I didn't know Shivala super great. But I know that they had an appreciation for my spell casting and I had an appreciation for theirs. And they seemed like a genuine dude, and they're gonna be missed. And then he climbs down.
I do not know if I have a ton to say. That will not be made available in my book.
God.
But I will say that, traveling with you all for a year, traveling with a Chevalier for, I don't know, it is hard to say. It's just, I have no grand poetry for this moment, but they were reliable, and they were always there, and they were nice to me. And I hope the afterlife treats them well.
I love how they were nice to me is like one of the greatest compliments Hugo could
Bars
ever
low!
Yeah, they were my friend. I cared about them a great deal, and I'm glad they're free now. I know that being trapped like that was... I cannot imagine that being... There's nothing to say that won't sound pithy, but I'm hope they're free, and I hope it's better there. I'll miss them. I wish it didn't have to be like this.
No, of course not.
Coria gives him a little encouraging squeeze.
And then, did Finley want to say anything?
I think she's a little too fucked up to say anything. Like, her internal monologue is, I wish it was me, but if it was me, you wouldn't have been able to defeat me, so I guess it's best that it wasn't. And she just has the presence of mind to go, I shouldn't say that at my friend's funeral. That's shitty.
Yeah, fair.
I'll have private words later, when I am less troubled.
Fair enough.
Unless anybody else wanted to speak, I suppose Ahlie will shoot a firebolt into the wood and start the fire.
Yeah.
That's definitely how they would have wanted the fire to start.
Firebolt! Fuck yeah!
They're like Forced Ghost is in the background going, fuck yeah!
Yes! It's like, that firebolt was awesome, Ahlie. You fucking rock.
Hell yeah!
Ahlie high fives the Force Ghost.
The firebolt catches the kindling, and the bonfire goes up pretty much almost immediately. And it continues to burn for a couple of hours. The members of the original party will not leave until it is finished.
I rolled a 24 to hit for 20 fire damage.
Oh my god.
That'll do, I think.
The fire falls unconscious.
No, we want it to
Let's try
keep
to burn our
burning.
friend now.
I need the fire to roll a death saving throw.
Natural one, that's 2 fails.
Yeah,
No,
I think we
they'll-
all hang out
Go ahead.
and wait for the fire to to burn out.
Burn out, yeah. And then I think probably join Finley, right? Eat her
Yep,
dinner.
there is food, there is dance, there is music, there is drink, there is a disheveled looking great llama in the pen who looks very annoyed that a bunch of people are making a lot of noise. Everything is as it should be.
And I think that's credits, yeah?
Yeah?
Hugo cracks open the special reserve
Cold one.
that he's been keeping in his cart.
Hell yeah.
The good wine.
Oh, here we
not
go.
no. And as Hugo cracks open a cold one, I mean a warm one, because it's wine, red wine, from the back of his cart, the camera pans up to the stars. So, where do we want to start for epilogues?
Oh, real quick. The following morning, that great llama is missing. Anyway,
No!
move on.
Shalva! I need to know if it was Shalva.
Maybe you'll find out.
Having not turned in a new manuscript in over a year, Hugo was forced to find a new publisher for the rest of his world-famous series of books. Finding himself short on funds and in desperate need to impress the literary elite of Laia, Hugo absolutely bullshitted a series of children's picture books. They did not sell well and are left off of his author's bio for future works. At a dinner party he crashed in Elsur, Hugo was able to successfully convince his old publisher, at Sword Point, to let him work on a 2-volume novel called The Legends of Laia, a Hugo du Fontaine tale. Hugo reached back out to Ahlie and offered to start working on the first book while Ahlie worked on the second book. Ahlie, in typical elvish fashion, took his time penning the second half of the story, which caused a creative traffic jam when Hugo was already done editing his half of the story. This led to a blow-up between the two authors, and they communicated only through their publisher for some time. Competing editions of The Legends of Laia have hit the marketplace over the last 30 years. Critics largely agree that the third revised paperback edition with the "Now a Hit Play" sticker on the cover is the best, accounting. In thanks for his service to the continent of Laia, Hugo's alma mater put a bust of him in the college's Hall of Scholars right next to his mentor, Professor Zorban Malik.
Oh.
He is also the most likely culprit for a series of repatriations of university-acquired artifacts to their home countries and regions. Elsurian guards believe that Hugo was sneaking into the university museum at night every time he returned to town on a book tour, but were unable to successfully indict him due to a distinct lack of fingerprints on the scene.
That is a very funny joke.
It's not his real hand anymore.
That's so funny.
Regardless, countries and settlements across the continent received ceremonial burial objects and priceless works of art delivered back to them in the middle of the night, always with a bottle of wine sat next to it. Wherever Hugo went on his book tours, he made sure to visit each member of the party, those who had traveled with him, and those who had assisted them on the way. He did this regardless of whether or not they showed up to his signings. Hugo du Fontaine never robbed another tomb again. He has a countryside villa inland from Elsur. It's there he tends to his vineyard and writes new books. Having not had any continuing adventures, they are all completely bullshit.
Yeah.
It's called fiction.
Additionally, Hugo finally paid Petros for his assistance.
Yay!
From Legends of Laia. You got that paycheck, it just took a fucking year.
Yeah. So did they ever make out, or?
Do you want them to?
No. I have
Okay.
other plans for Petros, but I figured I had to at least say it out loud.
The wizard, Elias Alesthania, and vampire hunter Lysaea Lacard return to Port Nosoto, to their shop and family respectively. After some time, Elias will return to the university she helped found, teaching the next generation of elven wizards. Lysaea remains with her daughter Cordelia, remaining as the defender of the port for the rest of her days.
So as mentioned by Hugo, Ahlie spent some time writing this book, but because he's an elf, it's very much like, what's 20 years writing a book? That's nothing. So he spends a very long time picking each word after each word, the perfect word for 20 years writing this book, writing his version of the book, I suppose, which is what led to the blow up of the relationship and the animosity between the two. But Ahlie is very long-lived, obviously, which means that over time, everybody else in the party starts to kind of fade away. And so, yeah, they didn't speak again until, Hugo was on his way out, however much longer that was, and kind of, apologized and made up before he passed away. But so the current year is 302. 200 years later, when Ahlie is now in his mid 300s, I think he becomes a teacher at the elven school that he went to, the college. And I think he teaches there for about 100 years. And so then in his mid 400s, he decides to open up his own school specifically for sea elves to learn to become wizards. Bases it, underwater and everything, but with stuff on it, so if you don't breathe water, people can actually go down there and go inside of it, because obviously otherwise they could not. Mm-hmm. So that sea elves also had a place to go learn wizard shit and didn't have to move. Yeah, I think he just lived out his days down there.
Did his parents ever acknowledge him?
Oh, I don't think any of his family, the saving of the world isn't what makes his family be oh, you're worth something. It's when he publishes his first book.
God.
That they're oh, he did something.
Oh, God, I hate them.
I hate them so much.
Also, I wanted to ask, so Hugo, you live another 80 years or however long,
Hugo's 30, so sure.
Yeah, he lives to be 110.
Uh-huh.
I think Ahlie would ask you, when we see each other again for the last time, onto your deathbed, he's gonna ask if he can basically start releasing books under your name after you pass, and take over the title. And if you want to say no, that's very funny, but
I'm gonna say you pitch that to Hugo again on his dying breaths, and it's cut to the outside of the villa. You just hear loud French swearing, and a vase goes through a window and everything. But then literally 3 minutes later, he's fine, who cares?
And then dies.
And then dies.
And then dies.
So he agreed at the last possible second, but he was real pissed for a moment. And it might have...
His last words were, yeah, sure, I guess.
And it is possible that argument accelerated his death by a couple minutes. You motherfucker!
So yeah, Ahlie becomes an author and writes fiction books about the great Hugo de Fontaine.
Oh, which are also, again...
He becomes Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, essentially.
God.
Also,
Hugo de Fontaine is the most published character in Laia.
Yeah, and in another 100 years, if Hugo isn't enough of an asshole, then it's fine. You can write about him, but if he's too much of an asshole, then you can't, because he's still under copyright.
Do you Reichenbach falls him eventually?
I don't know what that means, but yes.
It's when Arthur Conan Doyle tried to kill off Sherlock because he was sick of writing him.
Okay.
And then the fans were like, please, more Sherlock. And he was like, fuck, fine. He was alive the whole time, dickheads.
I do want to reiterate, though, the blow-up between Hugo and Ahlie was bad. It was not good. And, any get-togethers with the rest of the party required... coordinating who was going to be there between Ahlie and Hugo, divorced parents.
Mm-hmm. Which one? Yeah.
Oh, also, Ahlie hung out with Rashat because Rashat also lives a very long time and would be there for the death of everyone he knows. So,
Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe Rashad gets to hang out on the vineyard.
Yeah, I don't think there's room for Rashad to live, like, in my hometown. So Petros has to come and visit a lot to, like, see our son. And Hugo, I guess.
Every time Rashad lands back down at the villa, he, like, crushes a new row of grapes.
Do you not,
He,
like,
like,
set up
tramples.
like
It's like a runway.
He tramples, like, red, like, dye from the grapes all over everything. There's just dragon paw prints everywhere. He gets drunk from licking it off of his paws.
oh, Ahlie has kids at some point.
Yay!
Yay!
Cute.
I like that
Is
you're
he
going-
proud of
And he's
them?
a better parent, yeah.
No, he hates them. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
He's just a shitty, terrible parent.
no!
And the cycle continues.
The
No,
cycle
no.
continues.
That is Ollie's life.
That's cute. I love that. Except for the part where you're a shitty parent.
Yeah, that I do not love.
The Oracle lives her days as the leader of the Zafari tribe, though it is said that she was never quite the same after the death of her dearest friend. In her later years, she regained her real name and relinquished the title of Oracle to her apprentice. Helm Bloodtooth returns to his homelands in Bond to rebuild his tribe. His role in the saving of the continent makes him a figurehead for other orc tribes in the area, and the chieftain achieves his dream after all, uniting them under his banner to form the new Clan Bloodtooth.
So eventually Petros goes home, goes back to see his father, and of course his dad is like, "Hey man, what the fuck? What happened?" He's like, "Dad, I'm really sorry I didn't write, but to be fair, I was saving the world." And he resumes his work as a paladin, but like stays in the capital. I think he's like, "I'm done like adventuring and being out there. Like I think I just want to stay home." And like start training other paladins and other clerics. I think maybe he does like more of his cleric work instead, and starts like healing people instead of like fighting. I think he's tired of that. And he this is something that never came up because this is a fun fact. I always assumed Petros was going to die, and so I had built his ex-boyfriend as a backup character, and I thought that you guys were going to meet him, and then you never did because Petros never died. But he had this like horrible breakup with his ex after he fell into the rift. And he goes back to meet up with him. His name is Casby. He is a fellow paladin, and they like both have a lot of regrets about what happened, and they end up getting back together and getting married. And they also have kids. And Petros does like go out to like meet up with his friends again if they are interested in that. Like I said, he goes to Hugo's vineyard to see their dragon son and see Hugo. And like,
I just wanted to say real quick, Ahlie and Hugo get into a fight at your wedding.
no.
Coria carries like both of you around each in one hand, like by the scruffs of your neck.
Yeah, one of you gets to go to the wedding and one of you gets to go to the reception. You're not allowed to be both at them at the same time.
I think Coria
Hold
would
on.
probably just threaten them if they misbehaved.
Petros,
Yeah.
quick question.
Yeah,
Or Maddie, quick question about Petros.
yeah,
You're the same person to me.
yeah, yeah.
Which is why I always ask you to do the heavy lifting.
Uh-huh.
Who's Petros' best man?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because if Hugo gets to give a best man speech, he's absolutely going to say, "Thank you, most of you, for being here."
It should be Finley.
I mean, honestly, I think he thinks about it being Hugo, and then he's like, "No, Hugo's gonna give the worst best man speech of all time."
Yeah, he is.
So
Which
I
is why
like.
he shouldn't.
I love the idea of it being like some other dude that you've known for like your whole life and it just has never been mentioned, and he's like your best friend back then.
Oh, I actually did think I created a guy like that.
Hugo, I'm flattered, but I was actually going to go with my friend Clyde.
Yeah.
Who is who's Clyde?
I like the idea of Finley as a best man so much, actually. I think that's very cute.
She would wear a smart little suit. You'd get to meet her new husband.
Okay, does Petros get to be the best man at your wedding?
We'll get there.
Okay. Yeah, he does have another best friend. I would have to look up his name, and that's going to take a minute, so I'm not going to do that. But
I don't remember his name, but all right.
I mean, it's been a minute since I wrote that, so
I'm teasing.
so fuck you.
No, write your own story. I'm teasing.
Yeah, and I think he otherwise, it takes a while for him to get over his shit, but he gets there, and he has a laid back, chill life. He's buried at sea for Ahlie coming to his funeral.
He's welcomed back by Melora.
Thanks, Mom. And he never sees his birth mom again, because fuck her.
Damn.
Nice.
Good.
I love the idea of buried at sea, where a bunch of sea elves are just down at the bottom of the sea, and Petros' body is just floating down.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely.
What the fuck is this?
I pictured a bunch of sea elves with shovels digging a hole under the ocean.
That's so funny.
The presence of the priests of Bahamut is no more, resulting from the villainy of their members towards the common folk, a truth which is spread by one of their former paladins. Furthermore, a high-ranking former member of the priests was found dead with the cause of death unknown. Matthias Marcos never returned to the worship of the Silver Dragon, yet never lost the powers that the god had granted him. He lends his shield and sword to the protection of the common folk, though his brushes with death led him to repair his relationship with mother and sister, and he visits them often in the Amethyst Kingdom. Coria struggles between wishing to return to her father and joining her half-brother. She decides to accompany Petros to the Amethyst Kingdom to meet Petros' father before returning to Bonn to help with the reconstruction of the Bloodtooth clan. She is remembered for her strength, kindness, wisdom, and dedication, and is responsible for bringing the worship of Melora to the orc priests of Bonn.
I think Petros goes to help them sometimes. He doesn't totally stay at home. The only action he does is helping Coria and her dad.
And it is much appreciated, even though he's shorter than all the other orcs.
Yep. Short king.
Shalva left the party, abandoned the party, seeking to take revenge upon the person that had led the charge into destroying her village. And did she succeed? I don't know, but the man was found dead, so make your own assumptions. After allegedly succeeding, she kind of went back to where the drow have gathered, and especially after everything came back together. And she kind of established a group of people, a gathering of people, I think in the Laia equivalent of an Underdark. And in the year 692, Shalva's compound was raided by the Amethyst Kingdom in a bloody battle after she had established psychic radio and peddled conspiracy theories and things against the Amethyst Kingdom. And she died there. And she died in the raid.
Bummer.
She was 500 and something years old at that point.
That's a good run.
Yeah. So Luck continued to be a pirate, found her calling there. She kept the name Cutlass McGee because it had a certain ring to it, but she used her own face. And she died at 40-something because she was a goddamn pirate.
Yeah, fair enough.
The egg which Hugo tossed over the side of the tossed over the side of the ship, ended up sinking to the bottom, and hatched into a sea monster, which harassed many pirates for many years afterwards, looking for the one that it thought was its father.
My legacy.
Wasn't that a Tyrannosaurus Rex egg?
Yeah, I think that was it. I'm very confused about how that came to be, but
Evolution depends on what environment you find. You're born.
Nature
The
versus
first
nurture.
aquatic T-Rex. So, this is going to be presented in a montage format, so just some snapshots of Finley's life after this. The first thing she does is go home to her dad's, and she spends some time there before getting wanderlust again. And the next cut of the montage is her traveling with a nomadic group of Goliaths. She is engaged to a tailor, another big burly craftsman, and she is pregnant. The next cut of the montage is Finley gray-haired, her Goliath husband gray-haired, and her young half-Goliath, half-halfling child who is already taller than her, playing with a also graying Blinks.
Oh.
And the last cut of the montage is her now adult child traveling with the tribe. Both his parents passed, but on his hip is Finley's utility machete.
That's so cute.
I love that.
I am curious to know if her kids grow up regular human-sized, or...
Yeah, just human-sized. Little,
Okay.
the shortest Goliath.
Okay, so does Petros get to be her best man, or...
So, Petros is definitely her best man.
Awesome.
And she invites neither Ahlie nor Hugo.
fucking rude as hell.
Alright, well, it's y'all's fault for having beef.
If anyone asks, she's just like, well, after Petros' wedding, I just didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah, fair.
Unbelievable, some people.
God. Y'all started it.
No, he started it.
And with that, your stories come to an end. Congratulations, heroes.
Yeah.
Yay! Ollie's also... Wait, does anyone else... Oh, wait, does anyone else have kids? Finley had a kid, right?
Petros does.
Alright,
Oh.
Ollie's gonna be friends with your kids. That sounds like a weird sentence, but, it's not.
Yeah,
He's
you
not
can
friends.
be-
Normal. An uncle.
Well, he's Uncle Ollie.
Yeah, he's Uncle Ollie.
Uncle Ollie, how come you and Uncle Hugo can never be around each other?
I just realized that by not giving him a romantic interest at any point in this epilogue, I have made Hugo die a confirmed bachelor.
I mean, Petros got married to somebody else, so...
Yeah. Well, yeah, right.
Something I'll throw out also. I think at some point, because I think it was Petros had the message from Shivala, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think at some point you probably hear about Shalva's compound and can come by and deliver the message as armed people are escorting you around this compound and shit.
Yeah.
And it's a week, well, not a week before because you've been dead a long time when she got raided, but
Yeah.
I don't know. The message eventually gets there.
Yeah, I deliver
Oh,
that
God.
message eventually.
But it's after
Does
she
she
has
even,
established this compound.
Does she even, see me, or do I have to deliver the message to somebody else and, get escorted out?
No, you definitely see her, face to face.
Okay.
She's wearing, weird silky robes and,
She's a fucking cult leader.
yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Queen shit.
She's in the College of Eloquence. Like that's it's.
Of course, no, that's her deal.
All right, so your characters' stories have come to an end, and so has the campaign. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you when we see you.
The show you've just been listening to was The Legends of Laia, brought to you by Infinity Brick, where we're telling stories our own way. This show is dungeon mastered by Nick Boylan, edited by Andrew Akel, and produced by Ben Hamlin. It features the voices of Andrew Akel, Ben Hamlin, Manny Trumbo Gomes, and Johnny Ronaldo. Our music is by Johnny Ronaldo, and our logo is by Andy Wilson. You can check out all of our other shows at infinitybreak.net and support us on Patreon at patreon.com/infinitybreak, where there's plenty of Legends of Laia bonus content, including chatter from recordings and insight on the story and world. You can also follow us at our Twitter account at Legends of Laia. Thank you very much for listening. We'll see you next week.